The organisation provides such an extensive array of services to meet the needs of the local community they service, but above all, they have the confidence and the love of this community. I've worked in this community for over 35 years and have met many of the past members of the organisation and the community that utilises this service. And the stories that I've heard are always about happiness, relief from families and members of the support that they are given for parents and grandparents utilising the organisation. So on behalf of the Minister, thank you for your work in ensuring our older multicultural Australians age with dignity, because that is so important, in a way that suits them. You're a very important part of this diverse Victorian story, and we look forward to celebrating with you at your next big milestone, which is not too far away. So congratulations.
Thank you, Maureen, for gracing us with your presence and for sharing us the perspectives and vision of the Honourable Andrew Gillies, the Minister of Immigration and Multicultural Affairs. Please extend a warm welcome. Applause. Okay. Now, we also have the privilege to have the Honourable Miss Lauren Kathiji, the MP, here today with us, the official state government representative for the event. And prior to entering Parliament, Lauren spent more than 20 years volunteering and working with the communities in Australia and abroad, leading remote housing and homelessness.
Dobro večer, dragi gosti. I too would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the lands on which we're gathered and pay my respects to elders past and present and to all elders and First Nations people that may be here today. Thank you to the Macedonian Community Welfare Association for inviting me to speak to you today. I'm joining you on behalf of the Victorian Government, representing the Minister for Multicultural Affairs, Ingrid Stitt, and she sends her very best wishes to you all. And when she hears how cute the Layla North Primary students were, she'll be devastated to have missed out. So it's wonderful to be here with you to acknowledge and celebrate 40 years of hard work and dedication that the Macedonian Community Welfare Association has committed to our state's multicultural communities. And I commented to Mariana when I arrived how grand and beautiful it was in here. But the reality is that the day-to-day work that the association does, it isn't always grand, is it? It's the daily slog of caring for people who need help. And it may not be grand, but it's beautiful. So you have continued to act as a leader in the community, providing essential services to the ageing and elderly multicultural communities, as well as people with disability. These supports ensure that people feel empowered to seek services that allow them to improve their well-being and live safely and independently at home. And it's so important that that care is culturally appropriate. I know when my father's nana, who's Maltese, went into care, it was really important that she was supported by people who could understand her. Her English was never really that great, but she used to refer to me as that tall one. So, so she was obviously quite smart. And we're just so lucky that Victoria is home to one of the most multiculturally diverse societies in the world. You've got the numbers there on the postcard on your table about how many communities and languages and faiths in the world, and so many of them call Victoria home. So I'm proud to be here on behalf of a government that's provided more than $110,000 in funding to the Macedonian Community Welfare Association for outreach programs through COVID, to the Burek Bake Off, which I'm very sad I missed, and as well as the $2 million in funding to support the Macedonian community. We know how important the funding is for the Macedonian community to share and celebrate their culture. So I would like to again thank you for doing the daily, necessary, hard work over 40 years. And again, I say how beautiful it is. Thank you.
Thank you to the Honourable Miss Kathy G for being the official government representative for our event. Now it's our distinct honour to have a very special guest with us here tonight. Our guest speaker, the Honourable Mr. John Pesutto, Victoria's Opposition Leader and the Shadow Minister for Multicultural Affairs. Mr. Pesutto is no stranger to the ageing and elderly, and the CALD community based in Victoria with his family migration to Australia from southern Italy and his wife's family migrating to Australia from Greece. As the state opposition leader, Mr. Pesutto has shown unwavering commitment to the welfare and prosperity of our state. His tireless efforts in advocating for policies and his dedication to the values that we hold dear make him a true advocate for the multicultural community. We are deeply grateful that Mr. Pesutto has taken the time to join us today, and without further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Pesutto to say a few words. Please join me in giving him a warm round of applause as we welcome Mr. Pesutto to the stage.
Please, mangiare. Don't wait. Please eat. Stefano, thank you so much. Can I begin too by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land and acknowledge the elders past, present and emerging. Can I also, before I start, acknowledge my parliamentary colleague, Lauren Cathedge, who just spoke a moment ago, and the officers of Andrew Giles, Michael Suka, and the member for McEwen, and other elected officials, I believe, who may be here tonight. To Goran Torbukov and to Mariana Andonovsky and to all of your staff, your board members, your employees who work so hard, all of your volunteers, can I just extend to all of you and the broader MCWA family, can I offer my heartfelt congratulations on 40 years. What a tremendous achievement. And in offering you these congratulations, can I say to you, as a political leader, things become simpler as you get into a job like this because you always are asking yourself, what is it we really have to do? You can get caught up in all manner of minutiae, particular issues, but at the end of the day, our job is to look after people, to make sure people have food on the table, clothes on their back, a roof over their head. That's what it's about. And that's why I'm so proud, along with my parliamentary colleagues, of what you have achieved over 40 years. The mark of any civilized people is how they look after their most vulnerable and how they look after the elderly and those who are in need of support. You, all of you involved with the Macedonian Community Welfare Association and the broader Macedonian community, know how proud the broader Victorian community is of you. Every day in the hard work that you do, every single day, it goes to making that Australian story so special. How many of us, or our parents and grandparents, came to this country in search of an opportunity? And what you're doing makes that opportunity real for all. There's only one way, though, that a community organisation like MCWA can succeed in the way it has. And I want to pay tribute, Goran, to you and your organisation, the broader MCWA family. You only get to do what you've achieved with such distinction, if you have an ethical framework and a governance scheme that drives the very best in commitment and outcomes. And as I've learnt more about the MCWA over recent weeks, I've come to discover how much you put in that, how much you dedicate yourselves and the work you do to those very values of looking after others, providing people with an aging experience that is dignified, that is compassionate, that doesn't only just provide those basic necessities for people, but makes that process a graceful one and an enjoyable one at that. You give people everything they deserve, and for that, you deserve great tribute. And it shows. Mariana, I was looking at your annual report and seeing how well the organisation has done. I think last year, am I right? 151 new clients. You're right. There's one more visual. Smell really good. You are reaching out to a group in need of support. You are there for others to follow.
Our guest of honour today is His Excellency Mr. Nikola Gruevski, who has served as the Prime Minister of Macedonia, embracing his right and the rights of the people he served to self and community determination. Mr. Gruevski's tenure at the helm of the nation was marked by his commitment to the betterment of his country, his dedication to the public service, his pursuit of policies aimed at progress, stability and prosperity, and the preservation of the Macedonian national identity. His leadership will forever be remembered for its significant contributions to region's political landscape. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a warm and respectful welcome to His Excellency Mr. Nikola Gruevski, the former Prime Minister of the Republic of Macedonia.
Thank you. Good evening. Ви благодарам. Добро вечер на сите присутни во салата. Добро вечер за членовите на управниот одбор на Македонската добротворна организација, начело со господинот Горан Торбаков, неговиот заменик Мики Додевски, како и извршниот директор Маријана Андоновски. Добро вечер за вработените во оваа организација, кои заслужуваат голема почит. Добро вечер за волонтерите, за основачите и за сите оние кои што го помагаат ова што се случува 40 години во Мелбурн, Викторија и генерално во Австралија. Почитувани присутни, приказната за Македонската добротворна организација во Мелбурн ја знам уште од едно време кога господин Торбаков беше мој советник, па во една прилика ми објаснуваше во што тој е вклучен во Австралија. Меѓутоа, низ годините таа приказна малку избледне и пред неколку недели, кога тој ми се јави, да ми предложи да се вклучам и да го поздравам вечерашното прославување на јубилејот од 40 години од основањето на организацијата, го замолив да ме потсети со што точно се занимава и повеќе детали околу организацијата. И тој го направи тоа. Она што го слушнав беше импресивно. Се потсетив на преходните наши разговори за тоа и навистина со задоволство му одговорив дека тоа е импресивно и дека со задоволство прифаќам вечерва да се обратам пред сите вас, затоа што ова е едно движење кое што помага на многу луѓе. Ова е едно хуманитарно движење, една хуманитарна организација која што помага на илјадници луѓе. Колку што разбав само во моментот, околу 1500 луѓе се обслужени и помогнати од оваа организација, а низ годините наназад околу 1,5 милион луѓе биле подпомогнати од оваа добротворна организација и тоа е нешто на вистина за почит, за поздравување. Тоа е грандиозен успех на група на луѓе кои што низ годините се вложиле себе, дале многу од себе, да помогнат на категории на луѓе кои што се во поодмината возраст, често пати болни, инвалиди и така натаму, и понекогаш и подзаборавени од заедницата. Луѓе кои што се од различна јазична група, од чисто мајчин јазик не е англискиот, значи станува збор за различна јазична група како мајчин јазик, и кои што веројатно потешко се снаоѓаат во повозрастни години, кога им требаат некои основни работи да им се помогне, или пак да се одменат понекогаш нивните блиски од нивната фамилија, кои што имаат и други терети во собствениот живот. И тоа е навистина една многу хуманитарна работа да се помага на луѓе на кои што таа помош им е потребна. Јас низ моето работење имав прилика многу години да бидам на таква позиција да помагам на многу луѓе. И знам дека чувството да се помага е многу убаво. Чувството да се помага дава дополнителна енергија. Го прави човек задоволен, среќен и сака и понатаму да го прави тоа, да прави успеси, да им помага на многу луѓе. И навистина заслужуваат честитки сите оние кои што се вклучени во ова. Од основачите. Заслужуваат честитки сите оние кои што се вклучени во овој проект од самите основачи од 1983 година, кои што поскромно го започнале овој проект во тоа време, дури со еден вработен и со поскромни цели. И тоа низ годините организацијата се трансформира, добива поголеми димензии, доаѓаат покреативни идеи и навистина денеска станува збор за една организација со која што ние македонците можеме да бидеме горди, бидејќи таа има една двојна улога, надвор од хуманитарната улога, се разбира. Таа е примарната улога. Но надвор од хуманитарната улога има една двојна улога. Имајќи во предвид дека 60% од луѓето кои што се помагаат, повозрастните лица што се помагаат, се дојдени од Македонија. ова организација, на некој начин и во потешките денови од нивниот живот, од онаа фаза во животот кога им е потребна помош заради различни работи, тие чувствуваат дека Македонија на некој начин, македонците не ги заборавиле, дека има македонци кои што се грижат за нив. Дури и во таа далечна Австралија, каде што заминале најчесто барајќи подобар живот. Исто така, втората димензија е што вие сте на некој начин амбасадори на Македонија пред оние 40% кои што се обслужуваат, а кои што не се од македонско етничко потрекло, туку се од други. И колку што разбрав, има 89 јазични групи кои што се обслужени, што зборуваат 89 различни јазици надвор од англискиот јазик, кој што е јазикот на Австралија. Така што, во нивните очи, вие сте амбасадори на Македонија. Во нивните очи и во очите на нивните блиски, тие сигурно кажуваат за тоа кој им помага, зошто им помага, дека се задоволни, а тоа го знаеме од сите досегашни анализи направени. Тие кажуваат дека им помага македонска организација, добротворна организација. Тие се нечии мајки, татковци, баби, дедовци, пријатели, роднини и така натаму. И навистина, вие го ширите добриот глас за Македонија насекаде, каде што ќе се појавите пред овие луѓе и пред сите нивни блиски, познати, пријатели и роднини. И тоа е за почит. И затоа заслужувате големи честитки. И јас ви посакувам и понатаму да продолжите на овој начин со вашето креативно работење, да помагате на луѓе, да ги ширите хоризонтите на понатамошните ваши чекори и помош, и на тој начин вршите една голема хуманитарна работа, вршите една амбасадорска улога како македонци, како представници на нашата нација. И во оваа прилика исто така би сакал да се заблагодарам и да честитам на австралиските власти, кои што финансиски и институционално го помагаат овој проект. Тоа е навистина импресивна работа што ја прават. И кога ги слушав деталите за тоа, навистина бев импресиониран. Така што, драги пријатели, представници на властите, локалните и федералните власти во Австралија и во Викторија, навистина е за честитки тоа што се случува таму и имате што да прославите вечерва. 40 години хуманитарна работа, 40 години помагање на други луѓе, 40 години исполнети со вложување на собственото време во пружање на раката на некого на кој што таа му е потреба. Тоа е импресивно. Продолжете. Ви посакувам убава вечер, ви посакувам и понатаму успеси. Импресионира и тоа што вашите ревизии за вашето финансиско и секакво работење се со 100% одобреност од австралиските власти, што укажува и на едно честно работење. Така што, навистина, вие сте пример. Пример не само внатре во Австралија, туку и надвор од Австралија за тоа како може една група на луѓе, која што низ годините е придружувана и од други луѓе, и генерацијски се менуваат работите, што е природен тек. Една група на луѓе да допринесе толку многу во едно општество, да помогне на толку многу луѓе, да се представи себе си, својата нација, како луѓе кои што помагаат и сакаат да помагаат, и на крајот на криштата, правејќи една хуманитарна дејност, да помогне на многу луѓе и да го испрати гласот на македонците, добриот глас за Македонија. Уште еднаш, пријатна вечер на сите вас, честитки за успесите и ви посакувам понатамошни успеси. Okay.
On behalf of everyone present here today, we wanted to extend our sincere appreciation for Mr. Gruevski's time and his dedication. His contribution to the Macedonian people cannot be understated. We will forever be grateful for his attempts at preserving the Macedonian national identity. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in showing me the gratitude with a warm round of applause for Mr. Nikola Gruevski. We now turn to our attention to the MCWA board, the entity that has set the organisation's direction and ensured its overall governance. Today, the MCWA's board is led by Goran Torobakov, a person who has been associated with the MCWA for over 16 years. During his tenure on the board, Goran held a vision of success for the MCWA that would see it move from a grassroots, non-for-profit community organisation. That today is a non-for-profit that is a company limited by guarantee. His focus on the organisation's success has seen the MCWA move its head office in the northern suburbs of Melbourne, expand its investment portfolio and to grow support over 1,500 clients annually. Goran's drive and vision for the MCWA has seen the organisation become a positive impact on the ageing and elderly, minority and multicultural community based in Victoria and more broadly Australia. The MCWA's journey of transforming and continued growth began with the board's vision, which has been driven by the board chair. Please join me in welcoming our board chair, Mr. Torobakov, to the microphone to say a few words.
I think everybody's going to be a bit quieter now since you had some food, so the sugar must be kicked in. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, dearest MCWA colleagues, friends, and community. I want to start by acknowledging the native Australians, Macedonians, and other nationalities' ancestors, both of blood and spirit, and understand that our existence rests firmly on their determination and sacrifice. We thank them for the culture, customs, language, and rich history, and take this opportunity to acknowledge and respect their existence. As we convened this evening, we find ourselves bonded not only by the momentous occasion of the Macedonian Community Welfare Association 40th anniversary, but also by the spirit of the United Nations International Day for Tolerance, which underpins our celebration. MCWA is more than an organization to me. It embodies a movement, a deep-seated philosophy, the familiar community that has been my esteemed honor to contribute to for the last 16 years. Tolerance is one of many threads needed through the fabric of MCWA as our commitment to understanding, respect, and the dignified treatment of all individuals, regardless of their background, mirrors the principles of the United Nations International Day of Tolerance. This ethos of acceptance and inclusion has become a cornerstone of our approach to providing compassionate care with the diverse community we serve. Before we embark on a retrospective journey that I want to take you all through tonight, through the glorious legacy and the promising vistas of MCWA, it is imperative that we offer the most profound expression of acknowledgement to our august assembly. Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to have a distinguished panel of guests for this momentous occasion. Allow me to warmly welcome once more. Firstly, it's my great honor to welcome our special guest, His Excellency, the former Prime Minister of the Republic of Macedonia, Mr. Nikola Gruevski. Your presence confers exceptional prestige to our event, and we appreciate your invaluable insight and continued support for our work and initiatives. I also want to acknowledge the Honorable John Pesutto, not Prosciutto, the opposition leader and shadow minister for multicultural affairs. We are delighted to have you tonight and hear your perspective, which continuously challenges us to consider multiple facets of community and governance issues. Additionally, I extend our regards to Maureen Corrigan, OEM, representing the Minister for Immigration and Multicultural Affairs, the Honourable Andrew Giles. Your work is fostering and cohesive multicultural communities. It's commendable, and we are pleased to have you seated with us today. I also want to welcome the Honourable Lauren Kataj, and I'm sorry, Lauren, if I mispronounced your surname, MP for Yin Yan, the official representative of the Victorian State Government. Again, we are grateful for your ongoing commitment to the welfare of our communities. We are also pleased to have Mr. Emmanuel Cicciello with us, representing the Honourable Michael Suka, Mr. Sasha Natskovsky, representing the Honourable Rob Mitchell, and we also have the Mayor for Maribyrnong, Chu Lam. Thank you again for your presence and your support. We're incredibly grateful for the attendance of each of our distinguished guests, as your collective expertise and stewardship enriches our decision and contributes significantly to the advancement of our mission. Thank you for honoring us tonight with your presence. To our esteemed board and my board colleagues, Deputy President Miki Dodevsky, Company Secretary Nikola Prestia, Ms. Danica Sekulovska, Mr. Goran Mitrevsky, and Mr. Ilya Yosefsky, who unfortunately is not here with us. Each of you has epitomized the very concept on unwavering commitment, safeguarding and nurturing MCWA's escalating mission through your continual vigilance and foresight. Dr. Stefan Milevsky, Dr. Helen Garros, and Ms. Kristina Yosefsky, your seminal contribution to the Clinical Governance Committee has catalyzed transformative changes for us, ensuring that our clinical practices meet and often exceeds benchmarks of excellence. In Ms. Mariana Andonovsky, our unsuppressed Chief Executive Officer, we have the link chip of MCWA resounding success. Mariana's vision is not an ordinary foresight. Mariana's vision is not an ordinary foresight, but the tapestry upon which our future is embroidered. Albeit, at times slightly technologically disadvantaged, are the endearing quirks to remind us of a human touch in our work. Her business-minded finesse, ethical foundation, and unwavering passion for success have fortified MCWA as an unsellable citadel of aged care services. Please, ladies and gentlemen, huge applause for our CEO, Mariana Andonovsky. I would be remiss if I did not highlight our often unsung heroes, our dedicated staff and tireless volunteers. In your unique capacity, each of you has been mosaic tile in the grand fresco that MCWA represents today. You are the base upon which this institution is raised, contributing not just skills, but soul and spirit. The hardness of your efforts merges into the magnitude of our collective impact. Furthermore, our clients who trust us with their lives and well-being are not just beneficiary of our services, they are the raison d'etre of MCWA. Their testimonials are not just narratives, they serve as a deep-rooted impression of the soul of this organization. Last, but by no means least, our partners and stakeholders. Your enduring trust and collaborative synergies have been instrumental in broadening the breadth and depth of our outreach. The collaborative engagement of our board of directors, CEO, management, employees, volunteers, clients, partners, and stakeholders forms the intricate infrastructure of MCWA, which specializes in the in-home care sector and is committed to serving multicultural communities in Victoria and widely in Australia. This matrix operates on principles of ethical care, cultural sensitivity, and steadfast dedication and directed towards comprehensive community upliftment. Each entity within our organization plays a crucial role, adding unique yet complementary value. Together, we create an orchestrated strategy focused on enhancing the quality of care while concurrently embracing our client-based diversity and individual needs. In acknowledging the momentous occasion of MCWA's 40th anniversary, it befits us to reflect on the intricate tapestry of strategic vision, aspirational objectives, the operational milestones that have come to define the organization's impactful existence. Established initially as a critical platform for the all-encompassing development and welfare of the Macedonian community, MCWA nascent stage was punctuated by a complex interplay of optimism and caution. The optimism derived from an unyielding faith in the organization's transformative capabilities. At the same time, the caution served as a prudent acknowledgement of our primary mission's extensive and ambitious nature. MCWA was spearheaded by forward-thinking individuals, including the inaugural president, Mr. George Kostrevsky, and key founders, amongst others, our current board director, Mr. Ilya Yosevsky. Their initial endeavors were not merely administrative, but were rooted in a profound vision for social betterment, particularly with the context of aged care. The foundational values of welfare, inclusivity, tolerance, multiculturalism, and empowerment they installed have become the bedrock upon which MCWA has built its esteemed legacy. Today, these principles continue to direct the organization's mission, ensuring it remains a respected entity and committed to the service of the elderly, embodying the foresight of dedication of its founders. When I entered the corridors of MCWA 16 years ago, what resonated was not merely what the organization was, but what it had the potential to become. Beyond the need for our own walls and physical structures, which we currently have today, I envisaged an MCWA bolstered in financial resilience. This was about accumulating resources and diversifying revenue to ensure the organization capability for sustained impact, irrespective of the economic climate that we actually have even today. In simpler terms, I saw an MCWA built to last, resilient enough to adapt to societal shifts, political changes, and economic fluctuations, thereby continuing to serve as an indispensable asset to multicultural communities in Victoria and Australia. Standing here today, it is profoundly gratifying to affirm the substantial elements of this vision has transmuted into concrete realities. MCWA has fully functional and fully owned offices in the northern suburbs of Melbourne. Financially, MCWA has moved beyond mere subsistence, now operating on a solid economic foundation with a projected income of $10 million for the financial year 23-24. Our diversified investment portfolio exceeding $5 million fortifies against economic deviations, ensuring our community services sustained visibility, viability across fluctuating economic terrains. Furthermore, organizational competence has been a salient feature of MCWA growth, reflecting in a workforce expanding or exceeding 140 individuals, enriched by ongoing investment in human capital development and technological advancements. This dedication to continual improvements has been formally acknowledged through a 100% compliance rating in our most recent audit by the funding bodies and the regulators affirming our perpetual commitment to governance excellence and operational best practice. Please, ladies and gentlemen, give everybody a round of applause. Mariana and her team, the board, everybody. This has been an unbelievable achievement for our organization. The scope of our services, both in breadth and impact, has undergone empirical validation. MCWA has had distinct honor of serving over 1.5 million clients in the past 4 decades. I'm actually flabbergasted by that number myself. Operating as a cornerstone for community welfare and fulfilling its mission with unwavering resolve. This immense reach is not an incidental milestone, but a testament to the strategic planning and operational implementation excellence that has consistently underpinned our endeavors. One of the most transformative shifts of the MCWA trajectory has been the evolution from a reactive entity to a proactive institution characterized by foresight and adaptability. Our approach to aged care and community service now utilizes data-driven methodologies informed by technological. I'm going to finish very soon, I promise. Yeah. Our approach to aged care and community service now utilizes data-driven methodologies informed by technological innovations and extends its reach by cultivating strategic partnerships. As we look toward the horizon, it no longer appears as a boundary, but transforms into an invitation, a sprawling canvas with untapped potentialities and latent opportunities. Our history, enriched by the experiences and lessons of the past, serves us as an invaluable repository of collective wisdom, fortifying us to the challenges and opportunities that lie in the coming decades. With this panoramic view, we approach the next phase of MCWA remarkable journey. Our organizational culture, marked by its enthusiasm and adaptability, prepares us to meet the demands of a rapidly evolving societal landscape. Robust cultural ethos has been the foundation of MCWA. We stand on the shoulders of our past presidents, board members, and dedicated staff whose tireless efforts of visionary leadership have been the bedrock of our organization and our enduring legacy. And for that reason, I would like to acknowledge the following people: Mr. George Kostrevsky, Mrs. Malina Stankovska, Mrs. Menka Kitanovsky, Mr. Spase Veljanovsky, Mr. Tanas Sekulovsky, Ms. Kristina Ristevsky, who is with us tonight. Please join me in congratulating. Where are you, Kristina? I can't see you. There is. That's Kristina. Thank you. And sorry, Mr. Jim Markovsky, Mr. Alexander Moisovsky, and Mrs. Maria Peterson. The unwritten chapter of MCWA narrative are a blank slate, teeming with limitless possibilities and potentials for the next 40 years and beyond. This journey has been and will continue to be united, characterized by shared triumphs and collective enlightenment. I extend my deepest gratitude to everyone who has been involved in MCWA's work to date in crafting this exceptional narrative. Let us curb the following chapter with tolerance, a multicultural spirit, and respect, a unifying mission, and unbreakable spirit. God bless you all. Thank you. In continuation, I've been given a very humble and gratifying duty. We extend our deepest gratitude to the stalwarts of our staff, whose years of unwavering service has been the keystone of our strength and growth. Their enduring commitment and accumulated wisdom stands as a testament to the living legacy of MCWA and its foundational principle of care and community. I would like you to bring the following people with a great round of applause. Mirjana Stojanovska, Lila Maruševska, Snežana Rizeska, Ljubka Arsovski and Gordana Dujak. Sorry? Can I please get the following people to come to the stage, please? So Mirjana Stojanovska, Lila Maruševska is already here. Sneža Rizeska, Ljubka Arsovski, Gordana Dujak. Snežana Rizeska. Snežana, čestito i ti благодарам за целиот труд и за сето оно што го имаш вложено во MCWA. Лила Марушевска, Лила, честито и на тебе. И благодарам исто и за сето оно што го имаш допринесено во Македонската добротворна организација. Гордана Дујак. Честито, Гордана. И благодарам. And Ljubka Arsovski. Čestito, Ljubka. I remember when I first started or first joined MCWA, I believe Ljubka maybe just started back then or maybe just after that, I can't remember. And she was sitting in this kind of like a little reception. And she was taking phone calls in the reception. Now, today, Ljubka is one of the general managers for MCWA. That is the achievement that people have had in MCWA. Congratulations again, Ljubka. Okay, I haven't finished up. There is somebody else? Okay, yes. We also extend our heartfelt commendation to our current CEO, whose visionary leadership and dedication continues to propel MCWA forward, setting new benchmarks for excellence in service and care. Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mariana Andonovski, our CEO. Next, we want to honor the enduring legacy of our former CEO, Diana Sterievska, whose years of dedicated leadership laid a strong foundation for our organization and profoundly shaped MCWA's journey of service and impact. Please, everybody, welcome Diana to the stage. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I've got one more duty, I believe, before I go. I want to actually pay special acknowledgement is due to the organizers of tonight's event, whose meticulous planning and vibrant energy have been amazing and perfectly encapsulated the spirit and the community of MCWA. That is Cara Fernandez, Maria Pavlovsky, Ljubica Krstanova, Vesna Velevska, May Strour, and Mariana Andonovsky. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy your night. Thank you.
On the behalf of everyone present today, I would like to thank you for your commitment and dedication to the MCWA and the ageing and elderly community here in Australia. So to mark this special occasion, the 40th years of service celebration, we will now proceed to a time-honoured tradition of cutting the cake and celebrate. I think we need 3 cheers. Hip, hip. A bit louder than that. Hip, hip. To the next 40 years, 40 and beyond. Absolutely. Okay, we now moving on to the board to lead the first dance of tonight's celebrations and invite you all to join them. Now we hope the music is ready. So this is where we can actually get up and dance and wear our lasagnas off. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Whilst we've taken a moment to enjoy the meals, the MCWA has organised some entertainment for all of us this evening. So if we could please clear the dance floor, and as you take your seats for the main meals to be served, we have some entertainment coming your way. And these talented individuals are a representation of multiculturalism. Wow, dance has always been a universal language and transcends cultural boundaries and connecting people across the globe in a profound and harmonious way. Next, we have, allow me to introduce to you our gifted performers. We've already heard from the Lebanese, a standard tradition from the Lebanese community when we celebrate key milestones. And next we now invite the talented voices to grace us with their artistry. Please join me in welcoming the dancers as they enchant us with the graceful movements and the timeless charm. Thank you for sharing the captivating artistry and for showcasing the very best of the ballroom dance tradition. Now we invite a group of the extraordinary dancers to the dance floor who will share with us the beauty and tradition of the Macedonian dance. Please join us in welcoming Toshe, a group of dedicated dancers who have mastered the intricate steps of the Macedonian folk dance to perform for us tonight. What a wonderful performance. That will make our Macedonian ancestors proud. Let's give another round of applause as they make their way out. Beautiful. And finally, the last performers for tonight, our Latin Brazilian dance show, made up of 3 experts who will demonstrate their skills across 6 different performances. Let's welcome the Brazilian dancers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our show. Dance Junction. And boy.